Hello students, in this video we are going to solve the practice paper prelims 4 for 12th standard geography subject for arts and science students. The first part of this paper I have already uploaded. You can go through it first and then you can watch this video as a remaining portion. So let us continue the question paper. So the next difference was between mining and fishing. Now we all know both of them are the primary activities. So basically, whenever we see mining, for mining, the factors which affect are the minerals. Okay, wherever the minerals are present, there only the mining is possible, first of all. Then what are the climatic conditions over there? What is the technology used for mining? Are the skilled labors available or not? Then in the case of fishing, first of all, you need a continental shelf. We all know that fishing is carried out at continental shelf where there are large amount of planktons, zooplankton, and because of that, the fishes are present in plenty of amount. That is an abundant amount. Next, development of mining occupation leads to development of industries, and wherever the fishing is present, it leads to the fishing ports and basically fishing. The fish is a staple food of the people, those who carry out fishing activity. Next question. Next point is this activity depends solely on the presence of minerals and it is not related to altitude directly, and the fishing is totally dependent on the climate, the water body present over there. Then it is carried out in the tropical countries. Okay, so this is about it. Next is question number 4. Now the question number 4 is based on the map. So the questions were Prairie region. So the answer is Canadian Prairie. In Sahara Desert, you have to denote. Leading countries in coffee production is none of the other. It is Brazil. Then you have to denote the Dogger Bank. Dogger Bank is very much likely asked every time. Important port in India is the Cochin port. Okay, so this is about it. Then you have to denote the Panama Canal and North Atlantic Ocean. So this is the map which you can see here. So the map, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so this is how the map is denoted. I cannot change the alignment. Please turn your mobile phone to see this map properly. So you can see Canadian Prairie here, it is denoted by green slanting lines. Then the Sahara Desert is here. Okay, then we have Brazil. Okay, so Brazil is denoted here. Then next is Dogger Bank fishing area. So it is present here in this water body. Then we have Cochin Port. Now Cochin Port is present in India. So you have to show its presence in India, which is here. Okay. Next we have Panama Canal. So Panama Canal is here, which is joining the two continents. Then we have next is North Atlantic Ocean. So this is about North Atlantic Ocean. So I hope the map question is clear to all of you. Now let us move forward to the next question. Is given below, a table is given here, continent and percentage of population engaged. So you can see all the continents like Europe. So 7.91 percentage of population is engaged in primary. In Asia 24.9, in North America 14.93, in South America 14.94, in Africa 47, and in Australia 27. So the first question is, in which continent is less than 10% of population engaged in agriculture? Agriculture is primary activity. So less than 10% is nothing else than Europe. So the answer will be Europe. Okay. Next is, in which continent less than 20% of the population is engaged? So you need to write that North America, South America and Europe, because all of them are less than 20%. Okay. Next is, in which continent it has 27.79 population? So it is Australia. So here the answer should be Australia. So this is a very easy part. Next, in which continent more than 40%? So it is nothing else than Africa. Okay. And look at the given data. Can you arrange the continents in ascending order on the level of economic development? So which is more developed? First is Europe. After that, North America, then South America, then Asia, then Australia, and then Africa. So this is how the development you can manage in the form of ascending order. Let us move further with the short note. Now the short note is based on pipeline. So what is pipeline? So basically pipeline is one of the transportation mode. All the petroleum, oil, gases are being transported with the help of pipeline. So it is basically seen in the hilly areas where the transportation cannot be possible. Okay. So pipeline transport is long distance transportation for liquid and gas type of material, and it is typically to a market area of consumption. So maintenance cost of pipeline is very less. You can add additional point here that the maintenance cost is very less, okay, in the case of pipeline, and fuel consumption is also less. Okay, so this is what is regarding pipelines. Next is impact of relief on population. How is the relief? On basis of that the population you can talk about. If the relief is plain, then definitely it will be densely populated. If the relief is hilly area or slope area, it will be more less populated. Okay, so if the climate is good, then it will be more populated. If the climate is unfavorable, it will be sparsely populated. If the water body is present, then definitely more population will be there. If the water bodies are less, it is a desert area, ultimately the population will be less. So based on the relief, based on whether it is mountainous, hilly terrain, plain surface, coastal area, all these things are going to play an important role in the population distribution. Next is short note on shifting agriculture. Now, shifting agriculture is the forest land is burned in this particular type of agriculture. Okay, so the size of the farm is very less, very small. Okay, so production is also less, and it takes 2 to 3 years. So once they get the yield, they burn the whole land and they keep it fallow for some particular time period. Okay, and when they keep that land fallow, they start doing agriculture to some other place. So because of that, what happens? The forest is burned. Okay, there is large amount of pollution created because of that. Then the soil erosion also occurs. So this is what is shifting agriculture, and it is carried out in Asia, Southeast Asia, South and Central America, and Africa. Okay, next is skills required to study geography. Now, geography is first of all very dynamic in nature. It always keeps on changing. You cannot say that, yes, once now it is this type of climate, summer, then it will be summer for whole year. It always keeps on changing. Even in the whole day, you can see there are variations. In the morning, you feel very normal. Then in afternoon, you feel it's very hot. Then again in the evening, the temperature degrades. So this is how the changes occurs. So there are so many questions which come in our mind, like when, what, where, and why these things are happening. So basically it is the study of physical geography as well as the study of human geography, like the population, the sex ratio, okay, the literacy rate. So all these things, the patterns we need to study in the case of geography. You have to take a survey, you have to collect the data, you should work on the raw data, you should do the analysis based on that, you have to make a presentation based on that, you have to do the research on that, and for that you require so many different technologies and tools. So nowadays even computer science has merged. You have various types of apps, the satellites images are also present. So there are so many different career options which you can see in the case of geography. Next is a passage which was based on geography topic. You need to answer these questionnaires. So quickly I'll tell you the answers because the question paper was already uploaded 2 days before. So we need not waste the time to read the passage. So the first question was, which human settlements are mentioned in the passage? So you can write the answers like hamlet, village, small towns. Okay, so these were all the settlements which we have seen. Next is what? Write two examples of small settlements. So small settlements are hamlets and village. Next, which are the functions carried out in rural settlements? So rural mein we can see farming, fishing, mining. So these are the things which we can see in rural. Okay. Next is write one of the temporary settlement. A refugee camp is a temporary settlement which keeps on changing its places. And next is what? Write one example about permanent settlement. So a city is a permanent settlement. Okay. Now the next is draw a neat label diagram, geography and its connection with other subjects. So this is about it. Next is circular pattern. Okay, settlement. Next is triangular pattern settlement. Next is answer in detail. Now the first question is explain with example the physical factors affecting the industries. Now to set any industries, there are so many factors you need to consider. First of all, climate. How is the climate in that particular place? Whether it is harsh climate, it is very desert, or it is having a heavy snowfall, heavy rainfall. Which type of climate that particular area has. So such type of climatic conditions are first of all checked to set any type of industries. Next is water supply and power supply. So whether the water is present or not. Some of the industries, they require a lot of water. You can see the industries like iron and steel. They require water in a large adequate amount. Okay. So power supply and water is really essential for the industries. Next is availability of raw material. Now which type of industries you want to set, whether it is agro based industry, whether it is food processing industries. So based on that, what is the raw material you require? So that is also affecting the setup of the industries. Okay. Next, labor. Now even you require laborers to work in your enterprise, in your manufacturing industries. So which type of labor you want? Skilled laborers, semi-skilled or unskilled laborers. Okay. So dependent on that also your industries are factors will affect. Next is transportation. Now whenever you want to set any industries, you require the raw material. So the raw materials you require to transport. Then after converting the raw material into finished good, the finished good you need to take it to the market. So that is also the thing which you need to consider. So which type of mode of transportation you want to use, whether waterways, roadways, airways. So that also you have to add in this point. Next is site of availability of land. So how big your industry is, whether it is small scale, large scale, how much area you will require to set up your industries. So the availability of land should be also in very much high amount. Okay, so in India you can give the Lote Parshukam industrial area in Chiplun and Chakan in Pune. So these are the two industrial area where you can see which are very much favorable to set up in India. Next is explain the classification of migration. Now migrations are based on region, that is internal and external. Okay, so internal migration is within a country. You need not cross the boundaries of the country, like from Mumbai to Delhi. Okay, from one state to another state. External is what? Crossing the boundary. Okay, moving from one country to another country, like India to China, India to Europe. So these are the basis of region. And classification on duration. Now duration may you have long term and short term. So if you are going for some specific period, for a small period of time, okay, only for seasonal you are going, then it is called short term migration. And if you are going for long period of time, okay, for many years you're going and then again you're coming back, then such type of settlements are called as long term migrations. Okay. So if the migration person returns to its original place after very long time, it is called as long-term migration. But if the person never returns from its original place, then it is called as permanent migration. Okay. Next is migration can be voluntary or involuntary. Means if the person is going willingly, then it is called as voluntary. And if the person is forced to migrate or leave that place, then it is called as involuntary migration. You can write other types of migration also. So this is all about the complete paper of prelims 4. I hope it will help you Thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.